What do you lose if you don't have a mentor? Time, money, energy, or maybe your self-belief? This is the question which most of the people wonder and don't know the answer. Hi, my name is Dhanu Singh, founder of Dhanu Private Limited, and I'm going to tell a story about how mentor has transformed my life. But before going and talking about that story, I want to take you back few years ago, where I was into a job into cybersecurity. I was well settled in London and doing great, earning a good amount of money. But once the tenure got over, I came back to India. I started getting salary in rupees. There I was getting in pounds. The income got reduced, but the expenses were increasing. I was not able to cope up with my expenses, and I was trying to find out multiple options to cope up with all those expenses. Out of desperation, I tried multiple businesses. Like I took car on EMI, rented it. I took e-rickshaws on EMI, rented it. Even I have built one grocery shop, but there was no luck. Because whatever the knowledge which I had, I was trying to do by that. And not only that, this has taken me into a huge debt because I was just putting the money in, but I was not getting the money out. One fine day, 5 years ago, this was my first office, one table in the open sky, was just wondering and thinking, what will happen to my future? When I calculated my debt and when I calculated my income, that current income, I was able to figure out that it may take another 3 to 4 years to repay the complete debt if I just keep paying back the whole amount which I am getting as a salary to the debt. And that was a very, very surprising and very, very worrisome for me. Then I started looking out for the options because I was in complete stuck state. And as we say, when you start looking for the option, God directly does not come and help to you, but He comes in one form or the other. And that is exactly what happened. A mentor appeared, and I thought of joining the mentor, but I had a big question. I was not having money and I had to invest money into the mentorship. I was just thinking whether this investment will go right or not, whether I should be going with this mentorship program or not. What if it doesn't work? But then there's one thought in the back of my head which came, and that was, what if it works? I just went with the second thought, enrolled, and things have started changing. I launched my Google My Business coaching along with my mentor and became the first coach probably in India who were coaching for Google My Business. I started getting income, I started getting new students, I started getting service clients. Things started moving, but after some time I again realized that it may not be sufficient. Again I moved and tried to find few more mentors, exploring more mentors. I got another mentor where I was inspiring and I was looking at him for a very long period of time. But the question was the same because it was a huge investment. I had a question, shall I join because I have money, or I should join so that I can have money? Again, I chose the second one. I was not having money, sufficient money to put that into the mentorship program, but still I went ahead and enrolled. This second mentor, I have heard saying that you give me 9 months and I'll change the way you see the world. And I can proudly say it has changed. The transformation which happened was amazing. From a full-time job, I moved to a full-time business. From a one-table office, I moved to multi-seater office. Thinking about what would I get as a gift in Diwali, from there to thinking about what gift I'm going to give this Diwali to my employees. Nothing would have happened without mentors. If we check and go a little bit back, we find that mentors are playing a very, very vital role across. Even the Sachin Tendulkar needed a mentor. But the question is, with most of the youngsters who are struggling with, is how do we find the mentors? And why even we need mentor if we have all the information available online? So the point is, even if you are just roaming around into the city without GPS, it is going to be very difficult. So mentor plays a very vital role from where you are to where you want to go, and they play like a bridge. Now, when you're looking for the mentor, and how do we identify the right mentor? The first and most important aspect is go with the learner mindset. So we have a two mindset, learner and judger. If you're going with the judger mindset, you are always looking for what exactly whether he is teaching good or not, his personality is good or not, and so on and so forth. But when you're joining a mentor, and if you're going with the complete learner mindset, you are going to get a lot of great things. So number one, you need to have a learner mindset, you need to be coachable. Number two, there are multiple areas in our life, particularly health, wealth, and relationship. Check which part of the life or area you are stuck in and find the mentor from that area. Once you find a great person or great mentor from that area, just go ahead with that. Just look around your network, who is doing great around that area, check how they have achieved. They might refer you to somebody who is doing great. Also trust somebody who is really giving the result, taking care of your success and really bothering for your success rather than just talking about the sales and marketing. Now, once you decide that he is my mentor, just surrender to the process. Because if you're not surrendering to the process, again, you'll be into judger mindset and you'll keep judging whether he is right or wrong. As we say, Guru Govind dono khade, kaku lagu pao, balihari guru apne Govind diyo bata. It means if the Guru and Govind both are standing at the same place, whose feet we should touch first? And this is what Kabir Das says, Sant Kabir says, that you should touch feet of your Gurus because of the simple reason, he is the one who can take you and who can lead you to the God as well. I leave all of you with a very big question. It is not that whether you need a mentor or you don't need a mentor. Just look at what are you losing every single day if you are not having mentor in your life. Thank you so much.